Hello viewer, if you want to know how post-crisis Superman and post-crisis Barry Allen's Flash compare in terms of speed, then fasten your seatbelts. Disclaimers first, please support the official material. Stuff I show here is for informative purposes, and spoilers. On with the show. For sources, I'll be going through Superman number 709, Superman Up in the Sky number 4, and Flash Rebirth number 3. The main thing I want to address is the misconception that Barry Allen Flash is always moving at massively faster than light speeds when he's in super speed. Some claim that because people like Superman can tag or keep up with Flash, it automatically means that they can or were moving at massively faster than light speeds. There are stories that establish Flash was moving nowhere near light speed when going fast. To be clear, Barry has definitely proven he can move massively faster than light, but he does not move at those speeds all the time. Same goes for Superman, who also has proven he can move massively faster than light. Story Feats episode 14, check it out. But again, not all the time. And lastly, I want to explore who is the faster of the two, based on what the story presents. Starting off in Superman number 709, as part of the Superman Grounded series, we have Superman interacting with Barry Allen Flash. For context, Barry's mind is in a way distracted by a Kryptonian headband, which we learn was flooding Barry with Kryptonian knowledge. There, Barry was running around to find Superman for help, where in the process, he manages to put on Kryptonian-style clothes on Superman along with other civilians. Eventually, Superman manages to catch him and help him out. When Superman caught Barry, there are several things to consider. First off, it's implied that Barry Allen was traveling at hypersonic speeds, or several times faster than sound, where Superman himself states he heard a hypersonic whistle. It's also important to note in the story that Barry, while going at super speed, was intentionally slowing himself just enough for Superman to be able to catch him. We learn from Barry that while his mind was distracted by the headband, he was actively trying to ask for help from Superman by, of course, changing the scenery around him and also speaking certain code words to get Superman's attention. So, given Flash was talking at hypersonic speeds, it's very likely that he was also traveling at hypersonic speeds. Next, we see Superman having trouble trying to catch Barry, clearly exerting himself, where Barry, in contrast, appears to just be running casually, which supports Barry's statement of letting Superman catch him. Given Superman has travelled faster than light in other instances, there are a few reasons shown in the story that suggest why Superman was struggling while moving at hypersonic speeds. Initially, Superman was speed blitzed by Barry, having put clothes on Superman and surrounding bystanders before Superman could react. This implies Superman was constantly adjusting his super senses and travel speed to eventually match Barry's speed. Also, given Superman's character and his concern of a runaway Flash, it's very likely he didn't want to damage the surrounding environment while going at super speed. So overall, the combined effort of minding his surroundings and increasing his super senses and speed to catch Barry are likely what made Superman exert himself so much, moving at hypersonic speeds. Next up, we have the scene where Barry and Superman are both speeding up their senses, having a conversation at super speed. Now, while this is super fast, obviously, this doesn't automatically prove both Superman and Flash have faster than light perceptions. So, doing the math, the speed of human thought has been roughly estimated to max out at around 120 meters per second. Fair to assume Barry and Superman's conversation took, say, 30 minutes for them, while for us mere mortals, around half a second may have passed based on the waitress about to trip over. That would mean Barry and Superman were thinking things at 3,600 times faster than us humans. Times that by 120 meters per second, and that means their thought speed, so to speak, would be 432,000 meters per second. For contrast, light speed is much faster, estimated at around 300 million meters per second. But moving at the 432,000 meters per second definitely puts them at hypersonic speeds, where sound in contrast travels at around 330 meters per second. This would support Superman's observation that Flash was going hypersonic from the hypersonic whistle. Overall, given the different factors allowing Superman to catch Barry, it's clear that Barry is faster than Superman. Also, given the math of the super speed conversation and the observation of the hypersonic whistle, it's very likely in this instance Barry and Superman were traveling at hypersonic speeds. So this does demonstrate that when Barry is going at super speed, it does not automatically mean he's going at light speed. Now, in Superman Up in the Sky number 4, we do see Superman beating Barry in a foot race, having crossed the finish line first. It's clear Barry didn't let Superman win the race, even after Lex offered to match the charity's donation if Superman won. But before confirming whether Superman or Flash is faster, there are other factors to consider. Throughout the race, Superman is shown and stated to be using up all his energy to catch up to Barry, with no indication Barry himself was exhausted at all. Now, Superman did take it easier in the first lap, but was running at his hardest in subsequent laps, where Barry was leading by 100 miles for most of the race, at least until the finish line. Now, some important math. It is noted that Superman and Flash were doing 10 laps around the Earth. Given the circumference of Earth is around 40,000 kilometers and light speed is 300,000 kilometers per second, doing 10 laps around the Earth at light speed would take around 1.33 seconds. Given this, it doesn't seem possible at all that Barry and Superman were running at light speed, at least in this instance, since everyone around the world were watching the race for definitely way more than 1.33 seconds. Even Lex, a human with normal human speed, called up the charity during the race for his conditional donation, which could not have lasted less than 1.33 seconds. So yes, Barry and Superman have proven they can move faster than light, but in this event, given it's a charity for people to see, and there's probably an agreement to not damage the surrounding environment, going at super speed in this race is definitely far less than light speed. And being that the race was for charity will be important now. In Flash Rebirth number 3, Barry had somehow escaped the Speed Force and is running fast. Superman does keep up with Barry for a bit, stating he had previously beaten Barry in a race before, case in point Superman Up in the Sky number 4. To which Barry says that was for charity, and proceeds to speed blitz Superman. Now, in the story, right after speed blitzing Superman, Barry is shown exerting himself close to his limit, but I think that is more likely Flash trying to enter the Speed Force and not necessarily caused by outrunning Superman. I say this because Barry beforehand wanted to re-enter the Speed Force, having been brought out of it by unknown circumstances. Not knowing why he was brought back, along with not wanting Speed Force shenanigans to hurt the people around him, he wanted to go back. And it's known among the Flashes that going full throttle will take you to the Speed Force. So overall, while Superman has beaten Flash in a race for charity, Barry has shown that if he actually tries, he can speed blitz Superman. And, of course, to reinforce the point, Barry and Superman going at super speed does not automatically mean they are going at light speed or faster. In conclusion, Barry and Superman can move faster than light, but again, they're not always moving faster than light. And finally, it's undeniable that Barry Allen is faster than Superman when they're going at their top speeds. Of course, that's just me. Read the full story and make your own judgments. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you can Barry on after seeing these flash facts. Thanks for watching and hope to feat you again.